for our last project in science this year, it's going to be kind of independent, your choice. It's going to be doing a science fair project using the scientific method. So some of you guys who have been in Philomath for a few years, you might remember at the end of the every year outside Mr. Thompson's classroom, there was always a bunch of science projects there. Kids make posters, they do some kind of experiment. That's what this project is. So his kids normally did that at home anyways. I think it's going to be pretty good for you. We're not actually starting this until next week, but I wanted to go ahead and introduce it to you today so you could have the long holiday weekend to think about it. Maybe do some research if you have free time, or get some ideas, talk to your families. So in your packet you have this orange folder. Yours doesn't say scientific method project because I didn't write it on 54 copies of this. That would take a lot of time. But I would recommend that you put some kind of title on your book. That will help if your parents see this around the house and they pick it up and they're like, is this recycling? Is this old? If they know it's what you're working on right now, that would probably be a good thing. So put some kind of title on your book, put your name, especially if you have multiple siblings. That way parents know which kid this belongs to. Okay? Today I'm just going to look through all the pages with you really quickly, and then we'll get started more with this next Tuesday. Okay? So scientific method project. In here we have some information on what the scientific method is. We're going to read that next week. There's a little kind of cheat sheet here that tells you the different parts and why we do those, what they are. There's this page that has all of the due dates on here for the different parts, so it really breaks this project up, so you can see that choosing your topic and writing a question and getting approval, that's going to be on May 28th, and then researching, and then we get into June, a hypothesis, designing, gathering your materials, doing your experiment. There's a couple days here, and you can always use more days if you need. Creating some kind of table, graph, or chart with your data, making conclusions, and then at the end making a project. You don't need to write and print the paper part, and we're not presenting this at an actual science fair, but my hope is that we will be able to have a science video chat, and you guys can get on and share your projects with everybody. And then this goes through and it has one page for each day, so project questions and research and the whole thing. And I'm not going to go through this right now because there'll be a video for each of these pages, but if you want to look through your book and just kind of get an idea about what this is, you can do that. Again, this is just letting you know this is coming. We're not going to actually start it till next week, so please don't go tell your mom you have to do the whole project this weekend. That will scare her, okay? This isn't due until the last day of school, which is June 11th. You will see in Google Classroom that I put some links there. Those are links to pages that have science ideas. So if you need some help coming up with an idea, you might check those web pages out. There's also lots of great ideas on YouTube. You might also just have things you're interested in that you already know. But we're going to talk more about ideas next week. If you have any questions about the science project, I'm going to ask that you wait until after we get started on it, and then I would be happy to answer any questions you have.